thing for sure, Jamaica is in Africa. I don't care what the geographers say, because do you know how much that scarred me when I was 10? Do you understand? I'm sorry.
So, I think it's safe to say that there are a few Africans growing up who genuinely thought that Jamaica was in Africa. And I am guilty. I am one of those people who genuinely thought Jamaica was an African country. And I remember growing up, my dad used to play Bob Marley so much. And on top of that, the vinyl, we used to call it LPs, the cover was clearly a black African man. So it didn't make sense that if anyone had to tell me, no, this man is not in Africa or from Africa, you know, he's obviously African, but that Jamaica's not in Africa. Made no sense. But I know better now, guys. I'm grown up, but I do know something. So there's this other African country, and they do not consider themselves black. I don't even know if they think they're African. It's a blue flag, and no, it's not Botswana, but maybe if we can like swap them with the Caribbean. Just a thought. Use it, don't use it.
Name one country in Africa.
Sorry? Africa is a country.
How is Africa a country?
No, it's in
because
Jamaica,
you said name one country in Africa. No, listen. You said name one country in Africa. That's a trick question. Africa is a country, bro.
No, Africa is part of Jamaica, isn't it?
You said
is it
a country.
I don't know. I don't really know.
I'm Xavier.
Duchess. Nice to meet y'all. Y'all look good. All right. 3 countries in Africa.
Nigeria, Liberia, Ghana.
Okay.
Period.
Come on, you got this.
Where you from, though?
Nigeria.
Okay, bad.
I'm from South Carolina. You know I failed geography.
You can't tell. Give me 2.
Nigeria.
No, apart from what she said.
This is so sad. Jamaica. Is Jamaica in Africa? This is so. I'm gonna get embarrassed. Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you so much. I really don't know. I'm so sorry.
Just one.
I'm under like a lot of pressure.
Just one.
All right, you're good. We have Congo, we have Gambia, we have Zimbabwe.
I was gonna say Zimbabwe, but I got nervous. I was gonna say Zimbabwe, but I got nervous.
All right, thank you.
Can you name 5 countries in Africa?
Jamaica.
Jamaica is not in Africa, bro.
Is it not?
South Africans are okay with things not making sense. For example, Jamaica's not in Africa, Haiti's not in Africa, Brazil's not in Africa, but I've come across some South Africans that in theory know this, but in reality, like, they don't compute it or process it, right? For example, I'll tell people about my Jamaican friends. I'll be like, oh my gosh, like, Jamaicans have housed me and made me feel more welcome and helped my transition a lot more than, you know, some African people. And they'll be like, why are you separating Jamaicans from Africans? Is Jamaica not in Africa? I'm like, bro, we were in the same geography class. You know that Jamaica is not in Africa. And then people would have to dig in their knowledge and be like, oh my gosh, in theory, yes, I do know that it's not in Africa, but the way that Jamaican culture, Haitian culture, even some people think that Brazil, not as often Brazil comes up, but some people do think that Brazil is in Africa. Like, they would know it in theory that it's not in Africa, but then practically and realistically, like, their brains just see these cultures, the spirituality within these cultures, the expression, the color, the ceremoniousness, the way that Africans feel loved when they're in these countries, and they'll be like, yeah, this must be an African person, even though the theory we learned in class is cognitively dissonant to that, or it is incongruent to the information that their brain feeds them. And I find that so fascinating. And I think then when you approach the African continent or South Africa, knowing that things make sense not making sense, knowing that people can maneuver the countries in the world in their heads to make sense of identity in the world, I think it lets you approach South African ignorance differently and South African history and political context differently, because there is a context as to why people think that Jamaica is in Africa. And it's not everyone. It's some people. It's probably a minority before people come at me. But yeah, I hope I'm making sense.
Give me 3 countries in Africa.
Jamaica.
Where are you from?
Houston. I'm from Nigeria, though.
Give me 3 countries in Africa.
Nigeria, Liberia, and Sudan.
Nigeria.
You can't mention what he said.
I'm from Nigeria, though.
That means you have to probably know 10 of it. So.
Okay, Ghana.
2 hours later.
Let me think.
It's too Nigerian to be thinking.
Yeah. Jamaica. Jamaica.
Jamaica, okay. How long did you live in Nigeria? Did you ever go there?
No, I didn't. I would say once, but it's ones he already said.
Oh, chim. But there are 54 countries.
I'm just having a brain fart.
It's okay, you got it.
Algeria.
Give me just one more.
Ooh.
Let me make it easy. What continent is Africa in?
Damn. I want to say something. I don't know if it's going to be wrong. Like,
you can give 2 guesses. You got it, I promise.
My mind is somewhere else right now.
What continent is Africa in?
It is a continent.
It is a continent. Thank you so much.
Let me come back.
God have mercy upon us.
We're here in Ethiopia, and this town is the Jamaica of Africa. This is Sheshameni.
My name is Mama Joanne, and I came from Jamaica, and I've been living in Ethiopia for the past 50 years.
In the 1960s, thousands of Jamaicans moved to Ethiopia, but the question is why? Out of all the places around the world, why did so many Jamaicans and Rastafarians choose to come here in Shashamani?
Yeah, because the land grant was offered by His Imperial Majesty for the black people to return.
Ethiopia's Emperor Haile Selassie gave away 500 acres of land to black people in other countries, and Jamaicans took full advantage of this opportunity. Today, in Shashamani, Ethiopia, you'll find Jamaicans creating families, you'll find Jamaicans building businesses. It's a bar and restaurant.
Yep.
You got Jamaican food.
Jamaican food.
Jamaican juices.
Jamaican juices, Magnum, sour sap, sorry.
So there's a Jamaican-owned business here in Shashamene. It's called the Bolt Restaurant. I'm excited because we're gonna have some Jamaican food and we're gonna have some Jamaican fresh juices. We have some fish, we have some rice and pea here, some cabbage. It's a good, wholesome Jamaican meal. Fish is good, flavorful. Sorrow. Fire. How do you feel moving from Jamaica to Shashamane? Like,
Well, I think it's the best thing I ever do in my life. It was a struggle at first, but you know, Jamaica say if you want, go to the nose after all. So we're here now. This is my home.
this is the Jamaica of Africa. This is Shashamane.
Nope. No. I refuse. What do you mean Jamaica is not in Africa? What do you mean Jamaica is not in Africa? No. No. I refuse to believe it. No. I am not accepting that shame. Angeke. No. How? No.
Did you know that the Jamaican people also have a language like this that sounds exactly like the Akan language? Now this is what they call the Kromanti. It is a form of Jamaican Creole that is heavily influenced by the Akan language. Now the name of this particular language, Kromanti, is actually a corruption of the word Komante, which is a name of a town in the central region. The name of this town came from the Fanti phrase, Komante. In English, it basically means one who is gone because he failed to listen. Now the name of this town was given to this fort that was built by the British in the 1640s.
You get it?
It later became Fort Amsterdam when it was taken over by the Dutch. Now this town later got divided and then birthed another one called Abande. That is where you can find this particular fort now. The people who were taken from this place to Jamaica became known as the Maroons, which is a name they gave to enslaved Africans who escaped from the plantations. Now the leader of these Maroons were these 3 people. The nanny of the Maroons, Kujo, and then a Champon. It was a Champon who established this village called Akompon. They couldn't pronounce his name, and then they ended up with the name Akompon.
You don't know.
Now these people, they eat, they drink, they dance, and dress like the Akan people.
You get it?
The Kromanti is not just any language in Jamaica. They use it for rituals.
So you think you're English? You think you're Anglo-Saxon? I wish some of you would go to England and say some of these things to these white people, because they'll quickly put you in your place and tell you to go back to Africa. You are the only ones who don't know where you're from, and it's really sad. Yes, you speak Patois. What do you think Patois is made up of? A lot of it is African words. And if you really want to know what tribes we came from, it's so easy. Just look at the language that we speak, which is Patois. A lot of the words are from the Ashanti tribe. I'm just surprised that a lot of Jamaicans don't know these things. You know, it's basic history, really. But it just shows you how much the education system has failed us, because we don't know ourselves. Most Jamaicans struggle with English. In fact, not just Jamaicans. Most black people in the West who speak the language of their colonizers struggle with the language. That's why you end up with Creole and Patois. We have to mix up the African in there to express ourselves. English is not ours. It belongs to another group of people. Languages are born out of a culture. English didn't come from us. There are so many simple things that tell us who we are. There's so much African retention around us, including the fact that we speak Patois. It's not rocket science. And it's just shameful to see this display of ignorance on social media.